Huzzah! And welcome to Beefy Time. I'm Beefy by name and nature, and welcome to the very first This Week in Comics. Now this is a little video I'll be releasing every Wednesday. It will basically just be me running down what you should be picking up from the comic racks. First up is Secret Empire issue 9. Now this isn't the easiest event to hop into if you're a casual reader, because you need to have read Pleasant Hill, you need to have read the entirety of Steve Rogers' Captain America, Steve Rogers, same thing. You kind of need to have read the Captain Falcon, what's his name? Sam Wilson. Captain America Sam Wilson, you need to have read that. You kind of need to know about Spider-Man since like issue 600 or something stupid like that, where basically Doc Ock was dying of cancer. That was like back in 2009, I think. So it's not exactly the most like casual reader friendly sort of series to hop into, because there's just so much going on at once. But if you're like me and you've been reading Marvel for absolutely years, then this will be an incredibly satisfying story for you, because it's just a fantastic take on Captain America, and it's something that had a ton of backlash when it first happened. When Captain America uttered the words "Hail Hydra," just the internet exploded, and friends of mine who casually read comics were just kind of like, "Oh, this is an outrage." And it's like, well, just let Nick Spencer, the writer behind it, just let him tell his story. If he remains Hydra after all this happens, then fair enough, right? Like, it's not like Iron Man. So if you don't know anything about Iron Man, his origin has been completely rewritten, that he's not actually a Stark, where he was adopted. It's like, I can probably explain it in this whole separate video because it's so like lengthy, Jesus Christ, but it's not like that. Like, I would bet my left mogo that everything will be back to normal within about a year. Shirtless BearFighter issue 3 is up next, and no, it's not a slow week in comics. This is so stupid, but I love it. It's got everything. It's got shirtlessness, it's got bears, it's not a particularly well-structured story, and everything is kind of pieced together just to make jokes work, but the jokes work. They land just spectacularly. I think I've got a lot of love for this comic because it reminds me so much of God Hates Astronauts from Brian Brown, who is currently teaming up with Charles Soule to do Curse Words, which I'm sure I'll cover at some point in the future. Detective Comics is currently being written by James Tynion IV. You know what? I've realised I've never actually said that out loud. I've only ever read it. Fourth. Like a king. Issue 963 is the start of an entire new story arc with Anarchy, who has returned to team up with Spoiler to stop vigilantes, which surely is a form of vigilantism in itself. So, hypocrite much? If you've not been following this comic since DC's Rebirth, then basically Batman is his own little team now, where it's Azrael, Batwoman, Batwing, Clayface, and Cassandra Cain. I think that's it. There were at one point Tim Drake was in it, at one point Spoiler was in it, but she left because reasons. I won't spoil anything. If I'm honest, so far the book hasn't been all that interesting up until this point. I think Anarchy is probably a bit more grounded and a bit more street level, which might actually be the direction that this needs to take. And if that team that I mentioned interests you at all, then maybe this comic is for you. It might be the perfect time to jump on at the start of a new story arc with someone who potentially could be quite interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know what you'll be picking up today. If you enjoyed this video, then feel free to give a cheeky like or a dislike if you didn't. Subscribe if you want to see more, and until next time, stay handsome, you lot.